I feel that with authority, it's not something where you have to pound it on the person or on the students or even on people. It's all about doing it at the right place at the right time.
That's what I said.
Who said?
Me.
But what did I say after when you said that as well, and what Redeemer said? What did I say? This is where I guess I use your language now, is it? Say no more.
A lot of students struggle to connect with the teachers because the teacher is not able to go down to the wavelength of that student. So as a result of that, there's a mismatch.
Toilet problems, you have nothing after that.
Why every lesson you start talking like toilet?
Because everyone goes through it, but no one talks about it. I feel like we should be open about these things, you know? Like, it's like, you know, you're doing a number 2 at home and then your mom wants to get in the toilet and you're like still doing number 2 and it's like, what's happening here? Like,
I always wanted that in every single class I do. That's my responsibility. As a teacher, I have to make sure that I give them that feeling. I have to make sure that I give them that safe place of environment, but they also learn and understand and get the top grades that they can possibly get. This is going to be a slightly different video where I'm going to share from my experience why students don't respect teachers anymore. And teachers that demand respect and put fear in students will not win in the long term. The first insight is not going down to the student's level. Look, if you're not able to relate to the people that you're speaking with, whether it's even a student or an adult, you're not gonna have that connection. There's not gonna be a bond. What I've noticed from my experience when I started this, I've always tried to go down to the student's level. So things like talking about them, just here and there, right? It's obviously not the whole conversation has to be about them, but just asking, okay, what's happening in your school? What are you doing? What is it that you like? What is it that you don't like? And they start opening up. And that's you really going down to the level. Because if you think that you are in a position here, but you're not willing to go down to their level, they're not going to be able to connect with you. They're not going to be able to relate with you. They're not going to be able to understand you and like you. So a lot of the times that I've noticed that when I bring myself down and I go to their level, they're a lot more open and they are able to connect with you, and meaning that, you know, when you want them to do something, they will do it because they've seen you going down to their level and they respect that. A lot of teachers, I feel, think that, you know, respect is just, you know, you should just respect me from the onset. It doesn't work that way, I don't think, in my experience. I don't go teaching the students thinking that they should respect me. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like, okay, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna make sure that you enjoy maths, you understand maths, you enjoy the lesson. And then from there, as we build that relationship, the respect will come mutually, right? So it's not that when I teach them, I expect them to respect me straight away. It's more of, hey, listen, I'm gonna go down to your level. I'm gonna make sure you understand. I'm gonna make sure that you enjoy the class, but at the same time, ask about them, get to know them a bit more, because everyone, not even just students, adults as well, we all like to talk about ourselves. So if you're able to do it in a way where, you know, you just ask here and there, just bits and bobs here and there, not too much, not too little, but just having the right balance, it goes a long way. Even if you see the videos where I show my classes, I even joke with them and they joke with me. But that's all about building that relationship. Like, they know I'm doing that because they know that I'm going down to their level. So it's all a balance, because if I was always this strict person, I am strict, I am disciplined as well, but there's a balance. There is times where you are strict and disciplined, and there are times where you show a bit of your fun side, and you want to give it that over 360 degrees dimension, not giving always strict, because then you're not really building much. So it's all about giving it in the right amount. And if you see some of the classes, you can see them joking on me, but that is okay. As long as we get the work done, as long as they understand, I'm fine with that. But they also know not to go over line, because they know that I will not tolerate it. So there is a balance. But when you do go down to their level, and when you go in a way where you speak to them from their perspective, you will see that the respect will come easily. You will see that they will like you a lot more, and you'll see that it's easier for you to get the work that you want them to do, because they will listen to you.
okay, cool. All right, write this with the example. Now, where do I shade, up or down?
Down.
Why?
Because
I'm not your cuz. Say no more. Say Wagwan dads. Okay. Why is your cheeks red?
Because I have blush on.
You got you're blushing. Why?
No, I have blush on. Like makeup.
Oh, I thought it was your cheeks were going red or something.
No.
Blush on. You can make your cheeks go red. I didn't even know that. What was it on? What was the question on? Dylan. Sorry, Dylan. It's not Dylan. Huh? What would be the grading of this line here?
3. 4 minus. 4 minus. 3 over 4.
Minus 3 over 4.
No, how? 3 over minus 4.
Huh?
Minus
-4/3.
I said that.
Yeah, you said that.
did say that. I
You
did
did.
say that.
Did you say that? I know what I heard, and if I know what I heard is not right, then I will submit myself to hospital.
Go
because
back on the camera. I swear I said that.
let's check that out.
3 over -4. 3 over -4. 3 over Yeah, I said -4/3.
No, you said 4 over -3.
No, I said -4/3. Then you said
We'll
no.
see what the camera says. If I'm wrong, I guess just put a. Make sure he's embarrassed.
Put X in to the other one.
How confident are you with that answer? It's in sugar.
The second insight is not showing authority the right way. It's very easy to just say, okay, you don't do this, don't do that, shush, shush, get on with the work, silence, right? That's the easiest thing to do. Authority, if you do it in a way where it's balanced, can be very powerful. So what do I mean by this? You'll see, there'll be times where I'll just say, okay, let's get on with the work. Okay, come on, let's go. That's authority. But there'll be other times where I let them speak with their friends, I'll let them talk here and there, because you can't control every single aspect of what they do. They're human beings. We're all human beings, right? We're not like some sort of caged animal where everything has to be to the T. When you're showing authority, you have to show authority in a way where when I say something, they will listen. But then they also know that, okay, Vidush will let us talk when, if we need something or, if we want to crack a joke here and there, he'll let us talk. But when he says, okay, stop, let's get on with the work, we have to respect that. I feel that with authority, it's not something where you have to pound it on the person or on the students or even on people. It's all about doing it at the right place at the right time. Because when you do it every now and then, that's when it's powerful. But when you have authority every single time, it loses its effect. I've noticed that when I let them speak and be free in the class, as you can see, they're fine, they're good. But then the moment I say, okay, we're serious now, let's go, enough, they listen. I don't even have to raise my voice. So if you're able to show authority in the right way, in the right manner, in a balanced way, you'll see that the relationship that you have with the students will be a lot more easier. But at the same time, once again, the respect will start going up.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Who said?
Me.
But what did I say after when you said that as well, and what Radima said? What did I say?
I don't know.
This is where I guess I use your language now, is it? Say no more.
Just 3.
Rian, she was like, when you have like planet, was it Jupiter, Saturn, or was it Pluto? You're like getting away from the planets with your answers. It just doesn't like. I heard that you've been mingling with the wrong people.
What?
The resources have been telling me.
Who?
Can't tell you that now, can I?
What's my mom? What do you mean?
Make sure you put the work in, yeah? Because once the results come, you'll regret it. So don't waste your time doing nothing and put the work in and then relax when the exams are over. Because the worst thing that you can do, is what I'll say, is anything, not just exams, just anything in life, is you can't take away regret again. So if you have regret, that's on you. No one else can, no one can help you on that. So as long as you know you've done everything and you still get the grade, for example, I don't know, C, B, maybe A. Maybe for some of you, A star is not enough. You need to get 100% because your parents are like, what happened to that 1 mark? I guess as well. At least as long as you know you've done everything, then there's no regret. But if you're messing around and not working and not actually putting the work in outside, it will come back and bite you. I guarantee you that. The worst thing you want to do, I hope not, I hope this is not going to happen, is you don't get the grades to do the A-levels that you want. And then you're probably going to have to do some other subjects or retake. Your friends are doing A-levels and you're doing retakes. No, you don't want to do that. Yeah, you go to your results day and was it that brown envelope? I think, yeah. And then as you go in, you're going to see some tears. You're going to see some happiness. You're going to see some shouting. You're going to see some people just not saying anything and quickly getting out. And then you're going in and your heart's going to be beating faster and faster. You're going to get that stomach feeling in there. To be fair, it's more towards people that get nervous the day before. All that expectation and pressure. And then you open the envelope.
The third insight is adapting to each student's wavelength or personality. Now, let me explain this because I think this is very, very important. If you see in my class, you see the students that I teach. There's a lot of variety of personalities. Not everyone is the same. So what I mean by this is you're going to have the loud ones, the ones that are more vocal or more energetic. Then you're going to have the quiet ones, the ones that are a bit more shy, a bit more introverted, right? And What I've learned from doing or teaching all these years is that a good teacher should be able to adapt to each student's personality and wavelength. So if you have the loud one, for example, what I tend to do is, because they're more energy, they have more energy, they have a bit more passion, I can raise my bar, I can raise my energy to them. So for example, if someone starts talking a bit too much, but they're quite energetic or anyway, I will raise my wave and say, okay, come on, let's go, stop it, come on. But they understand that it's not like I'm disrespecting them, if that makes sense. But for example, if it's a quieter person and they, a bit more shy, I'm not gonna go with that wavelength. I'll reduce it. I'm like, hey, you okay? How are you doing? You okay? Everything okay? You see, I reduce my wavelength according to them, because if I was to go like that to that person who was more quiet, hey, come on, what are you doing? It's too much for them. They can't take it, right? So you'll notice, if you haven't already, each student is different. And I know, just looking at them and their personality and the way they talk and the way their energy is, I adapt to each of them. Now, this is not gonna sound, I'm not trying to sound like trying to segregate, but what I've noticed with when I teach boys and girls, boys can take it a bit more, but with girls, you have to be a bit more sensitive, because they are more sensitive than guys, right? So with the boys, I can be a bit more hard, I can be a bit more full on with them. But with the girls, I'm more sensitive, I'm more careful in how I speak, my tone reduces. With the boys, I can raise my energy, they're not gonna take it in a bad way, because they know this is how I communicate with them and this is how they communicate with me. It's very normal. But with the girls, I'm a lot softer and more gentle in my approach, because they're not gonna be able to take that intensity. A lot of students struggle to connect with the teachers because the teacher is not able to go down to the wavelength of that student. So as a result of that, there's a mismatch. I love teaching group classes. I love teaching so many different students, because I can adapt to each one very quickly by looking, okay, this person's quiet, this person is in the middle, this person's loud. So I can reduce and increase my frequency very, very quickly. I like it, I enjoy it, I guess, we could put it that way. But it's something that comes very natural for me. But from my experience, if you're able to adapt to the student's personality, they will like you more, they will be able to connect with you more. And in the end, once again, respect to you will increase, and you'll be able to get the work that you need to get done. And they will enjoy it more as well. Let's be honest, they will enjoy your class more, because if a student can connect with a teacher and they also understand what you're teaching, that's a win-win situation. That's brilliant, that's fantastic, that's great, that's what we want. So if you're able to do that, there is a level of, I would say, emotional intelligence that is also required when you're teaching, because it's, like I said, it's very easy just to be strict, no talking, and get the work done. That's very easy, right? But if you're not able to connect with each of these students and understand, okay, if I say in this tone, they will receive it better. If I increase my tone with this person, he will receive it better. These are very important things to learn, because in the real world, this is what's going to happen, where you're going to be talking with different types of people with different personalities. And it's all about understanding that person and what works and what doesn't. And of course, that takes time. As long as you put yourself in that person's shoes and try and connect with them based on their wavelength, you won't go wrong.
Laura, next one.
I didn't take a picture of about half of the homework.
Here comes all the excuses, all kinds of different angles they come up with.
What flavor is that, sir?
Beetroot, spinach, kale, acai berry.
It looks like ketchup.
Yeah, I made it up. Look, I got my own branding as well. It's my company. Toilet problems, you have nothing after that.
Why every lesson you start talking like Twitter? Yeah. Number twos.
Because everyone goes through it, but no one talks about it. I feel like we should be open about these things, it's just part of life, It's like, you're doing a number 2 at home, and then your mom wants to get in the toilet and you're like still doing number 2, and it's like, what's happening here? Like, I don't know about your number 2s, but if your diet is good, everything goes smoothly, no problem. If your diet is bad, junk food and all that stuff, ugh. Surya, next one?
I only did half.
You only did half?
Yeah.
Why, what happened?
Because I only took a picture of half of it.
That's what Laura said.
Yeah, because I sent. Because she didn't take a picture, only I did.
Oh, you're the servant to Laura now, is it? Like, she doesn't want to take the picture. And why do you take only half? It's like, when you take a selfie, it's like, you're not going to just take half of your face and then post
You
it.
wrote one half on the right side, something in the middle.
You know what I say? Haters are going to hate. You're just hating as opposed to actually looking for the facts. Like, when you take a selfie, you're not going to take half of your face and post it online.
Spent an hour on the
If most, and what do you mean over? You didn't even do the homework. What are you talking about?
saying, like-
Over an hour. You didn't even do the homework. So I don't know why you're speaking. It's fine. I have my resources that tell me what you're up to now.
No, you said adult. What do you mean by adult?
Someone who's grown up.
Do I know that adult?
You know them very well.
She's my teacher.
Maybe.
It's one of my teachers.
Who knows? Maybe I'm in contact with your school teacher. Surya, stop texting Laura, please. How did you know I was texting Laura? Were you?
Yeah.
Ha! Told you God works in mysterious ways. Laura's like on mute right now. It's like, oh gosh, how does this guy like know all this stuff?
The fourth insight is not making the class feel like an environment they want to be in. So what I mean by this is that for me, when I started this, my vision has always been that I want the classes to feel like it's a place where they can forget about the stresses and the worries that's going outside. And when they come here, they don't have to worry about that. They don't have to think about that. They can just be in a place where it's comfortable. It feels like everyone gets along together. It feels like you're working towards a goal together. It feels like a family, right? Even though, you know, everyone is from different cultures and everything, to me, I didn't really look at it like that. I looked at it like, okay, how can I bring all these people together through maths and make them feel like it's a place where they feel good. They enjoy interacting with other people. They enjoy joking on me, but I also joke on them. And it's that banter, right, that we have and that environment, because I do feel that if a teacher is not able to provide a good environment for the students, they're not gonna like it. They will feel like it's a chore. You see, all of the students that I teach, they come because they want to come, not because they have to, because they want to. There's a difference. I'm very honest with them and even the parents, and I say, listen, only come because if you want, not because you have to. And they've gone to a stage where now they tell their parents like, no, I can't miss Vidish's class. I want to come because, you know, his classes are good, they're valuable, and I understand it and I enjoy it. And that's how my vision has always been, is to make sure that they enjoy the class, make sure that they understand, and make sure that they feel like we're part of something. Because as human beings, we're not born and to live alone. We are born to live in a community. That's how we thrive, right? If you're living by yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. But the way our brain works, we are more accustomed and more comfortable when we are part of a community, when we are part of a group. We feel more safe, we feel more comfortable. So I always wanted that in every single class I do, whether it's year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11, A-levels, whatever. Every single class has to have that feeling so that when they come, they feel good, they feel at peace, they feel comfortable. And that's on me. That's my responsibility. As a teacher, I have to make sure that I give them that feeling. I have to make sure that I give them that safe place of environment, but they also learn and understand and get the top grades that they can possibly get.
So, did you contact them or did they contact you?
You really are getting paranoid now, aren't you? It's amazing how you plant a little seed in someone's mind and then that seed starts becoming...
Okay, but ask my question. So someone you knew, it's probably a girl teacher, right?
Girl teacher? Why would it be a girl teacher? Could be a girl teacher.
Oh my god, are you dating one of my teachers?
No, this is definitely turning the wrong way now. No. Nope.
What sports are you into?
Being able to figure out what people do in their lives and people telling me.
You don't answer my questions, why are you speaking about it?
Because sometimes when you plant a seed, you have to plant it so deeply that it absolutely messes up your enemy's mind.
I'm an enemy.
Well, it's a figure of speech. It's not an enemy, it's just kind of like a figure of speech.
No, you have to give me something. You can't.
It was Dylan's mom.
Actually,
We were just talking and she didn't say anything bad.
I knew it.
Why?
Because my mom always says to me, I don't like your friends.
Maybe she might have a point.
She thinks that my friends are like distracting me, but hey, I'm the one that distracts them.
Oh, so you're the weakest link. Oh, that's even worse. Oh my days. I mean, I hope your mom doesn't know that and that you're the one that's distracting them. Well, I did it when my 16th birthday. Actually, no, let me not say anything. It's going to be
No,
depressing.
say
It'll be depressing. And then I know what's going to be the follow-up question. I ended up doing my uncle's house, painting the whole house and the skirting board, and got KFC on my 16th birthday.
I have a GCSE on my 16th birthday.
Oh.
Teaching without passion or energy is dull and boring. Every class that I teach has to have a level of energy, a level of passion. I'm not saying that you have to be passionate and energetic throughout the whole class, because it does get very tiring and it does get very draining, but you balance it. You know when you go and give the full energy, and then you know when you have to retract it a bit. It's all push and pull. It's a bit of push and pull. And as long as you're able to create that right environment for them, I guarantee you, not only will they enjoy your class, but they will respect you more and they will want to come to your class. And that's the difference. Want to come to your class, not because they have to, because they want to. And when they want to come to your class, trust me, anything that you say and do, they will listen to you because they respect you, because they know that you've gone down to their level and they see you as one of them.